One of the most overlooked truths about human behavior is also one of the most powerful. What a person truly wants is almost never spoken aloud. Desire rarely shouts itself into the room. It doesn't advertise itself on a billboard. Doesn't step forward and announce, "Here I am." Instead, it seeps out quietly, subtly, almost imperceptibly, in ways that most people completely miss. A glance held just a fraction longer than usual. A faint, knowing smile when your eyes meet. A subtle shift in posture the moment you walk into the room. A change in tone when she speaks to you, a softening. A warmth, a tiny inflection that wasn't there before. These are not random behaviors. They carry the full weight of her emotions, long before she ever articulates a single word. Every interaction you experience is actually two conversations happening at once. The one you hear with your ears, and the one that exists beneath the surface, in micro-expressions, gestures, posture, energy, and instinct. Most men are trained to focus solely on the first, the words. But words can be filtered, rehearsed, or even intentionally misleading. The second conversation, the silent, instinctive one, is where the truth lives. Miss it, and you'll constantly misread her intentions, replay moments endlessly in your head, and doubt yourself unnecessarily. Not because you lack ability, charm, or presence, but because no one has ever taught you how to decode what's really happening. Attraction is rarely verbal. It's instinctive. It's biological. It's emotional. It's written into the way our nervous systems respond to attention, presence, and subtle cues. Once you learn to read it, every interaction begins to make sense. You stop seeing moments in isolation and start noticing patterns. You observe repeated behaviors that reveal something deeper, something genuine. And that ability, the ability to notice, interpret, and respond appropriately is the difference between a man who feels stuck and a man who moves through relationships with clarity, precision, and quiet confidence. Today, we're going to decode that hidden language. You're going to learn 7 unmistakable signs that reveal when a woman wants more than friendship, more than casual attention, more than polite interaction. These signs are rooted in psychology, evolutionary biology, and the natural mechanics of human connection. Recognize them and you'll stop guessing. You'll stop doubting yourself. You'll finally see what's been there all along, right in front of you, hidden in plain sight. Sign 1, her eyes give her away. There's a reason people say that eyes are the windows to the soul. When attraction is present, they are the first window to open. A casual glance? That's meaningless. A polite acknowledgement, an automatic flicker. But when her gaze lingers, when her eyes find you again and again across a room, when they fall briefly to your lips before returning to meet yours, that is instinct speaking louder than words ever could. Her conscious mind may hesitate. She may be shy. She may even attempt to mask her feelings. But her eyes cannot lie. They reveal focus, curiosity, and emotional engagement long before her mind admits it. Eyes that linger, soften, and brighten convey presence, interest, and attraction. Picture this. You're across a crowded room talking to a friend. You notice her gaze and she quickly looks away. A few seconds pass and then you catch her eyes again, drawn back to you, again and again. Even if she's nervous or uncertain, her eyes keep returning. That repetition is unconscious. It's desire. It's a silent, wordless declaration. I notice you. I am drawn to you. I want to connect. There's also the rhythm of her gaze. Long, uninterrupted eye contact can feel intense, even intimidating. But subtle, recurring glances, briefly down, then back up, signal curiosity and emotional investment without pressure. Pupil dilation, softening eyelids, and a slight widening of the eyes all indicate heightened interest. Even micro-expressions, tiny smiles in the corner of her eyes, subtle shifts in gaze, the briefest sparkle when you speak, communicate far more than words ever could. Men who learn to read these signals notice patterns that others miss. And when these patterns appear consistently, they confirm attraction in a way that cannot be faked or rehearsed. Think of her eyes as a silent conversation happening only with you. Words may hide intentions. Gestures may mislead. But her eyes? They are brutally honest, instinctive, and revealing. Once you learn this language, you begin to see the truth before she even speaks it, or sometimes before she even fully understands it herself. Sign 2, she finds reasons to touch you. Touch is one of the oldest and most primal forms of communication. Long before humans developed complex language, touch created trust, comfort, and emotional connection. That instinct hasn't disappeared, it has just become more subtle. When she's attracted, she unconsciously finds excuses for contact. A brush against your arm while laughing, adjusting your jacket, accidentally bumping into you, her hand lingering near yours. Each touch is small but deliberate. It's a test, a quiet way to explore boundaries, and a way to gauge your reaction. Imagine standing side by side discussing something mundane. She casually touches your arm. You may barely notice, but your body registers it. Your nervous system registers it. That tiny gesture communicates interest, comfort, and engagement on a subconscious level. Sign 3, her body opens around you. The human body rarely lies. Even when the mind tries to hide interest, the body broadcasts it automatically. Open body language is one of the most powerful signs of attraction, a silent signal that says, I feel safe, I want to be closer, I am interested. When she's drawn to you, her posture changes without her realizing it. She leans towards you rather than away. Her arms remain uncrossed. Legs subtly angle in your direction. Shoulders relax. She may tilt her head slightly while listening, a gesture that signals attention and vulnerability. Even the tiniest actions, like tucking hair behind her ear to expose her neck, are intimate cues of comfort and openness. Consider a real-world example. You're sitting across from her at a cafe, chatting casually. You notice she unconsciously mirrors your gestures, tilting her cup when you tilt yours, leaning forward slightly as you do. She positions her body toward you, almost imperceptibly adjusting herself closer. These are subtle signs, but when added together, they form a clear pattern of attraction. Micro-movements are also important. A slight lean, a shoulder drop, or a softening jawline can indicate emotional availability. Men often overlook these tiny cues, focusing on words instead. But the body is far more honest than language. When multiple signs of openness appear consistently, it is almost impossible to deny her interest. Her body speaks a silent language of connection. If you pay attention, you'll see that even when she says nothing, her movements tell a story louder than any compliment or verbal expression could. Sign 4, her voice changes with you. Attraction changes more than posture and gaze. It changes the sound of her voice. When she speaks to you, her tone may soften, slow down, or carry a warmth she doesn't use with anyone else. She may tease you lightly, create inside jokes, or add a musical lilt to her words that only exists when she's around you. This is not a conscious act. She is creating a private emotional space with her voice, an intimate bubble where she feels safe and emotionally present. Her tone becomes a tool of connection, building closeness without a single explicit statement. Imagine this scenario. She's telling a story, and her pitch drops slightly as she leans in toward you. Her laugh is more animated when she's reacting to your jokes, but she doesn't do this for anyone else. Her words carry a rhythm, a subtle cadence, a quality that feels personal and unique to your interaction. The vocal shift is a powerful nonverbal cue. It signals interest, warmth, and emotional availability. Not everyone receives this special treatment. If you notice her voice subtly changing when she speaks to you, it's an unmistakable sign she's invested in the connection. Sign 5, her compliments go deeper than looks. Surface-level compliments are easy to give. You look nice, or that's a great outfit. But real attraction goes beyond the superficial. When she notices and comments on your character, your resilience, your humor, intelligence, or the way you handle challenges, she's demonstrating genuine emotional attention. These deeper compliments are forms of vulnerability. She's telling you she sees who you really are, not just how you appear. For example, she might say, I love how you stay calm under pressure, or you have a way of making everyone around you feel comfortable. These statements require observation, attention, and emotional engagement. They also communicate admiration. Compliments that reveal deeper insight show she is mentally present and emotionally invested in you. When she expresses appreciation for qualities that are uniquely yours, it's a strong, subtle sign that her interest is rooted in more than just physical attraction. Sign 6, she seeks private moments. Attraction thrives in intimacy, not in crowds or distractions. If she consistently seeks moments where it's just the two of you, walking together, stepping aside at social gatherings, lingering after conversations, or sending private messages, it's deliberate. These private interactions create a space for emotional connection. She wants attention, focus, and a moment away from the external noise where authenticity can emerge. By isolating the two of you, she communicates that you are someone she values and wants to share a personal experience with. Consider a scenario. At a party, she suggests stepping outside for a short walk. Or during a conversation, she leans closer while others are distracted. This is not coincidence. She's signaling that she wants your undivided attention and that your connection matters to her on a deeper level. Private moments are subtle but powerful markers of interest. They indicate that she's not just casually interacting, she's actively seeking to build intimacy and emotional closeness with you. Sign 7, her energy shifts when you're near. Some of the most powerful signs of attraction are biological. Her body reacts to your presence before her mind even processes it. Her cheeks may flush when you compliment her. Her laughter may become louder or more animated. She might fidget with her hair, jewelry, or clothing. This nervous energy is not discomfort, it's chemistry. It's excitement, anticipation, and desire manifesting physically. Her body is signaling engagement and emotional arousal long before she says anything. But there's a critical caveat. No single sign should be interpreted in isolation. Patterns are what reveal true intent. Repeated behaviors across multiple interactions are the strongest indicators of attraction. When several of these signs appear together consistently, the message becomes undeniable. Putting it all together, these 7 signs are breadcrumbs left for the observant man. They are subtle, instinctive markers of interest, emotional availability, and desire. Awareness comes with responsibility. The purpose isn't manipulation, it's understanding. Strong men honor attraction. They respond with calm confidence, emotional intelligence, and integrity. Her eyes, her posture, her voice, her gestures, they are fragments of a story she may never voice, but one she wants you to understand. The most meaningful connections don't start with words. They start with energy, presence, attention, and respect. Once you learn to read these silent signals, you gain clarity, confidence, and control in your interactions. You begin to notice patterns that others miss, and your understanding of human connection deepens profoundly. Attraction isn't a game, it's a language. And when you can read it, you unlock the potential for deeper, more authentic, lasting relationships.